A very punchy intro because I know we want to get straight into the energy. Number one, these will be weekly energy updates, psychic channeled messages for your romance house. Now, I do cover twin flame path as well as I do coaching, and the extension read will be in the members area. However, do feel free to ask questions if you do want clarification. Please enjoy the read, sit back, grab a cuppa, and I will see you on the other side. Should you wish to have a booking, all the information is below as well as the link for the extension. Love and light. Capricorn, I've just been sitting here with your energy read for romance for the first week of February. Now, I will be doing an extension read. The extension read will be inside the members zone, but if you do want a more personalised reading and you want to know how this pertains very individually to you, please feel free to book a reading or join the super chats where I can answer any questions. Now, again, feel free to comment in the information box. You have a very unique read. Now, this can be a very tense week moving into February. Now, I have done your energy read relating to the psychic downloads week by week. Please go through and have a look at it. This is for the first week of February, just purely looking at romance. Now, psychically speaking, I did tune into a circumstance surrounding family. Now, I do read for collective energy, but the download psychically is still coming through nevertheless. There may be a family-related dynamic playing out in your romantic partnership. Now, what do I mean by that? Be it you're with this person or not, this is the energy surrounding you at this point. And I do feel this push-pull energy going on. Now, the ruin that you have is actually in reverse within the first week of February. And it does relate to the constellation Cancer. And green, we did move out of the full moon in Leo. It does have a resonance moving forward. We're ending those cycles. Ironically enough, your romance house actually does have Cancer in it. So it is a very interesting time. And it might have been tension relating to the end of 2020, moving through January. You know, we had that axis of Cancer, Capricorn playing out now. With you guys at the moment, that was very heavy energy for you. And even from a psychic perspective, there is this need and desire for self-worth. There's cross wires coming through. There's also value systems coming up to play, but it is there to be healed. I'll show you the crystal and I'll try and block the light out. Got to get the angle of the light right. It is easy for me to maintain an overall well-being with conscious habits and health. And I do feel this month you are going to be really, needing to keep quite grounded, using things that can actually, how do I put it? Keep you as anchored in as possible, as well as to be able to communicate effectively. Now, there's something here, something's not being shown to you. And it's almost like these cross wires in information lost and trade. It's almost like something's been missing. Sometimes we can use the information of the moon energy, but again, we can only base circumstances based on what we know, not of what we don't. Now, there could be cross wires and, untruths coming through. And you do tend to find during a Mercury retrograde, you have those situations coming through. Now, it appears to be there was a circumstance, past tense, this could be last month and it can be even further back, something appears to be hidden. Now, again, information in a channeled message that does come through can pertain to your romantic interest or you both joint, or it can simply be playing out on your side. So connect it how it lands. Now, I am seeing a circumstance surrounding a child, children, or co-creative energy, and you are really guided to be very careful this month. And that was one large message that was coming through in your previous read for the entire month with the psychic energies. Be very careful, and I'm hearing the term entrapment, and this could be on a partner's side, on your side, some dynamic playing out to do with conditioning, but there can be conflicts surrounding it. When you're looking back, there can be these subjects coming up to play, things, conversations needing to be spoken about, miscommunication, so to speak. We do need to be careful moving into the month of February relating to communication, but these cross wires, and I'm feeling there's an external energy, it does appear to be a little bit toxic. Now, I don't feel it's in your auric field, it's an external circumstance. And it's a bit like the bull, you know, because we are in the year of the metal ox. It's like clashing energy. And I do see in the first week, there can be subjects really you feel you're going in one direction, I'm really getting a lot of third eye, you know, perspectives, trying to work out what's going on. I do feel that both of you want this to change. If there's been a story playing out on your side of the fence, their side of the fence, it's almost like if something went down in the past and it wasn't so great, if there were betrayals or anything to that degree, some old energy you've outgrown in a pattern sense. And there could be anxiousness surrounding that, but it's almost like, you know, if somebody's projecting towards you, which came through in your previous read, I feel in this romantic connection, it sort of feels as though you need to change things up. You're wanting to change them up, and it's almost like you're wondering how you can do this. But again, you've got your eye on the goal, but at the same time, it's this mutual binding energy that's required to make that happen. Now, if there was a third party energy or something to do with family, now this can either be somebody having a value system of what they feel a relationship should look like. And the funny thing is the throat chakra is going. So it's like, again, what's not being shown to you, what's not being said, your ideals versus theirs, and something of a suppressive nature happening on the external. This information coming in, I do feel when it does, you're going to be quite unprepared. Now, if you are in a connection and you feel you're not so happy with it, be very careful of entrapment energy. That's what I'm feeling. Because again, if you feel something doesn't resonate with you, please make sure you don't continue with it, because I am feeling this iffy energy. You know, when it does come to relationships, paradigms, expectations, it really needs to be cleared up, and it's sort of like it's rearing its head in the first week. But again, you're going to be able to smooth these things out as we move forward. What you've got to decipher between Chinese whispers, so to speak, gossip, right, and what actually is going on, because I do feel again, there's missing information for you. Somebody's not telling a truth here. Somebody's not showing you the full circle of what's going on. And if it's not a you situation in this romantic partnership, and you feel this love interest is keeping things close to their chest, or something for them is being hidden, I do feel again, it's going to come out regardless. So, you know, it's a matter of time, but I do feel sort of family dynamic is a big thing coming up, and crisis. And again, from a financial point of view, this could be conflict relating to this. Now, for those of you on the fence waiting for a love interest, it could be that this is playing out in their life and you're none the wiser of it. If you're feeling very disconnected from the circumstance, which is showing with the Four of Cups, it's like, is anything happening? In your auric field, you may be feeling this. Also, if there's an external influence manipulating and pushing either on your side or theirs, it's going to really be playing out in the first point. And again, I'm really feeling you're a bird viewing this, and it can be agitating it. It can be placing you into disconnect with it. But again, there's a circumstance tying up, and I do feel that you guys will have information relating to this. I'm also seeing two energies. Now, there's two particular paths you guys could be going. One path is that of where you feel your heart is destined, but again, there's conflict there too. This is temporary, might I add. But as I said, you know, the ruin relates to your romance house at the moment. And tying these situations up. So it's family related, it's nurturing, it's, you know, what does that look like? What is life going to look like? And I think from a soul situation, this is kind of coming up to be viewed, but at the same time, it's going to be moving forward where you will find clarity, again, throat chakra, as to what these ideals are. Now, it can be a sudden pregnancy coming through as well. But it's also in the pregnancy level, when we look at co-creative energy, there's also, how do I place it? It's like this desire to take life and romance and bring it full circle. So it doesn't have to be birthing of a child, or, and I am feeling for some reason for some of you, it really is a family related dynamic. It's really shifting it where it's moving forward. So no matter what, it is coming full circle, but in the initial stages, the ruin is in reverse, which is neglect, manipulation when it comes to birthrights and things like that. People, not maybe in the past these subjects come up and there were betrayals and there was this push-pull energy going on. It is something that's going to play out in the first week. It can have already started, where it's been an ongoing situation and it's coming back up in your auric field relating to this romantic connection. But there is a dynamic in this romance where decisions are being made, ideals potentially aren't completely on the same page, but it's working through those situations, assessing where we are in our life so we can get that bridging gap and we can start moving forward. Now, I will be doing the extension read. It is in the members top level there, so if you are wanting to have a look at that, please feel free to jump through. It's in the join button on the main page. But I will be doing a week by week channeled messages and doing twin flame reads. So if you do want to join us, please do. And I will see you on the other side next week. Love and light. Should you need a booking, you can go to the link below. Also, do bear in mind, I do live twin flame reads where you can join me to get that soul healing, as well as you do get the week by week romance and more. So I love you lots, guys. Please join us later. If you do want to watch the extension, as I mentioned, you can go to the link on the main page and it will take you directly to it. I will try and remember to place it in the video. Otherwise, I'll see you next week.